How does a 6'2" guard weighing just 174 pounds rank right up there with the NBA's top big men in paint scoring? The answer is simple. It's Ja Morant.
He's got a swagger and a fearlessness.
What I'm saying to you is when you look at Ja Morant, he is a killer.
Every single time I watch a Memphis game, there are 4 or 5 plays, Sage, where my jaw is on the ground.
Known for his electrifying athleticism and jaw-dropping dunks, Morant is a constant highlight reel with his explosive first step and ability to finish at the rim. He's quickly made a name for himself by adding a street ball flair to the NBA.
Ja Morant is the kind of dude that you walk through the turnstiles to see.
You know, when he's playing, you're going to sit down, you got to get your popcorn, man, you got to get ready because you're going to see something tonight you can't see anywhere else.
No, he's going to be an MVP in this league, and he's going to be arguably the best player in the game.
But with all this hype, one question remains. How good is Ja Morant actually? Is he a future MVP or just another highlight machine? Before we get started, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Ja Morant's journey began in a place with limited opportunities but limitless dreams. Born in the small town of DL, South Carolina, Ja grew up in a basketball-centric family. His mother, Jamie, was a point guard in high school and a softball player in college, while his father, T, was a high school teammate of Ray Allen and played basketball for Division II Claflin University. After playing semi-professionally, T considered a career in professional basketball overseas. However, when Jamie became pregnant with Ja, he chose to sacrifice his dreams and stay at home, becoming a barber to support his family. T remained deeply involved in his son's development, going so far as to build a small cement basketball court in their backyard. There, Ja would spend countless hours perfecting his skills, mastering step-back jump shots and working on soft landings with tractor tires. T's commitment was unwavering. He pushed Ja through intense drills and athletic exercises, driven by a relentless desire to unlock his son's full potential. Morant did not have any particular NBA players he looked up to. Instead, he aimed to emulate his father's style of play.
I really don't have no players that inspire me. I think it's just the situation with my dad. He had the opportunity to play professional basketball, and he gave it up. My mom called and said she was pregnant with me. And instead of going to play basketball, he stayed to raise me. So that's my motivation. It's like I'm living my dream and his dream through me right now.
In his childhood, Ja often competed against older opponents, telling his mother, "I'm not worried about the big kids." Morant initially played in the amateur athletic union circuit with the South Carolina Hornets, a small grassroots team based in Columbia, South Carolina. However, he did have a memorable stint playing alongside Zion Williamson, who became one of the top players in the 2018 class. Morant then attended Crestwood High School in Sumter. He made a name for himself there, becoming the all-time leading scorer with 1,679 points. His early career was stellar, averaging 27 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists per game during his senior year. This performance earned him South Carolina Class 3A All-State honors twice and 3 All-Region MVP titles. Morant also had a standout game where he scored a career-high 47 points against Sumter High School, highlighting his scoring prowess and potential. Yet, he faced challenges because his physical build did not initially suggest he was destined for the NBA. In fact, Ja stood at just 5'9" as a freshman and could barely dunk until he was a senior. Despite his high school success, Morant wasn't ranked in the class of 2017 by recruiting services like ESPN, 247 Sports, or Rivals. He didn't even receive scholarship offers from top programs. The turning point came during the summer before his senior year, when he was a late addition to a camp run by Chandler Parsons' AAU team. Murray State assistant coach James Kane was initially there to scout a different player, but stumbled upon Morant while looking for a snack in the concession stand. Hearing the sound of basketballs bouncing, Kane ventured into an auxiliary gym and was immediately struck by Morant's performance. It took him a few minutes to realize how talented he was, and he quickly arranged for Murray State's head coach, Matt McMahon, to see him in action. Morant eventually received a scholarship he could not reject. Joining Murray State University in 2017, Ja made an immediate impact. As a freshman, he started all 32 games, averaging 12.7 points, 6.5 rebounds, and 6.3 assists per game. He was one of only 2 players in Division I with 400 points, 200 rebounds, and 200 assists that season. Morant's talent became more apparent during his sophomore year, when he averaged 24.5 points, 5.7 rebounds, and a nation-leading 10 assists per game. This made him the first player since 1983 to 1984 to average at least 20 points and 10 assists in a season. During his time at Murray State, Morant gained recognition in the NCAA tournament. He clinched numerous accolades, including the 2019 OVC Player of the Year and OVC Tournament MVP, and he led Murray State to the second round of the NCAA tournament. Morant was also a consensus All-American, receiving the Lute Olson Award and the Bob Cousy Award as the nation's best point guard. He was selected to the 2019 Wooden Award All-American team and was a two-time All-OVC first-time selection. Throughout his collegiate career, Ja scored in double figures 57 times, including 27 games with at least 20 points, and achieved a career-high 40 points in a single game. Additionally, Morant recorded 26 double-doubles and 4 triple-doubles, demonstrating his ability to influence the game in multiple ways and perform under pressure.
This kid can play. This kid can do it all.
He fits right into that style of play because of his ability to pass, shoot, and play with the basketball. He's dynamic. He's scary.
The number one thing I like about Ja Morant, and I look for this trait in young people, he seems to have an old soul. He seems like he's much more mature than the guys that he's playing with and playing against.
Morant became the talk of the entire basketball community when he declared for the 2019 NBA draft, making the leap from a college standout to a professional prospect. His electrifying play style and eye-popping statistics at Murray State had basketball fans buzzing.
I love this kid. 34% shooter from the three-point line, 50% from the field, 80% from the free throw line. He was 11-11 yesterday, Skip.
How about 10 assists a game? Up from whatever was 5 or 6. How about 2 steals and just about a block a game? He's 6'3", listed as at 6'3". How about his court vision? How about the fact that he's got explosive athletic ability combined with patience, like a great running back who can hit the hole, but also wait for it to open and elevate the play of his teammates, and seems to be calm under pressure.
Despite his remarkable performances, skepticism persisted about his ability to transition successfully to the NBA. Was his success merely due to competing in a lesser-known conference? Is he too slender to withstand the NBA's physicality? Could he become a lasting star like Allen Iverson, Russell Westbrook, or Derrick Rose, whom he was often compared to? The Memphis Grizzlies, however, saw beyond the doubts.
With the second pick in the 2019 NBA Draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select Ja Morant from Murray State University.
His rookie season was a resounding affirmation of their decision. Morant quickly proved his doubters wrong by winning the NBA Rookie of the Year award and earning the NBA All-Rookie First Team honor. He averaged 17.8 points, 7.3 assists, and 3.9 rebounds per game, leading all rookies in assists and total points scored with 1,138. On February 9, 2020, Ja scored his first career triple-double, just 90 days after recording his first double-double with 23 points and 11 assists. His impressive debut demonstrated that he not only belonged in the league, but was also a rising star.
The kid is super special, like I said, we just played him in LA, that Memphis got a great one, so the sky's the limit for the kid.
Despite his individual brilliance, the Grizzlies missed the playoffs for a third consecutive year. 10 months later, Morant scored a then-career-high 44 points, apart from 9 assists, 2 rebounds, and 2 steals against the San Antonio Spurs. His second season was a near-mirror image of his rookie year statistically, but the key difference was the impact he had on his team's success. In the newly introduced play-in tournament, Morant delivered a phenomenal performance with 35 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists in an overtime victory over the Golden State Warriors, earning Memphis the 8th seed and snapping a 4-year playoff drought.
To shoot. Morant makes his move, spins in the paint, turns, puts it up, puts it in! Ja Morant knocks it down! It's a 5-point game with 4.5 remaining.
Ja shone in his NBA playoff debut, dropping 26 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists to propel the Grizzlies to a stunning Game 1 win over the top-seeded Utah Jazz. He followed that up with a spectacular 47-point, 7-assist performance in Game 2, becoming the 5th youngest player in NBA history to lead a playoff team in both points and assists in a game. However, the Grizzlies ultimately fell short and were eliminated in the first round. Despite the early exit, the future looked promising with Ja as the franchise's centerpiece. His fearless play and clutch performances quickly made him a fan favorite.
Like when he playing, I see like 2 or 3, 4 different Hall of Famers in his game, you know.
Heading into this third year, the big question was, can he elevate his game to superstar status? With averages over 27 points, nearly 7 assists, and 6 rebounds per game, his all-around game and offensive prowess were more evident than ever. His efforts were rewarded with a selection to his first All-Star game, where he was honored as a West starter, a remarkable achievement for someone just entering his third season. February 2022 arrived, and Ja lit up the league like never before. He unleashed an electrifying 4-game stretch that left fans stunned. Against the Trailblazers, Morant went wild, matching his career high with 44 points, including an insane 20 points in the fourth quarter, and dished out 11 assists. After a tough loss to the Timberwolves, he roared back with a then career-high 46 points in a victory over the Bulls. But wait, just 2 days later, he topped it all off with a mind-blowing 52-point explosion on an efficient 22 of 30 shooting, including 4 for 4 from beyond the arc.
4 fouls. Morant, another 3. Morant 3 for 3 from 3. 6 seconds, a different shot clock to game clock. Morant around Pirtle again, all the way through to the rim and in.
The bench still stands.
Adams going long. Morant.
Morant was on fire that night. This is exactly the kind of performance people will point to when they say this is what a prime Ja Morant looks like. Morant's personal achievements translated into team success. The Memphis Grizzlies, once focused on simply making the playoffs, became contenders for a top seed in the Western Conference. Their shift in focus to securing home court advantage highlighted how his growth had elevated the team's aspirations. Ja was named NBA Most Improved Player, but do you think he was satisfied with that? Not at all. The craziness reached new heights as the playoffs kicked off. During Game 3 of the first round, Morant posted 16 points, 10 assists, and 10 rebounds in a win over the Minnesota Timberwolves. It was the first postseason triple-double in Grizzlies franchise history.
I made this statement a couple months ago that he reminds me of Kobe, and he does, because Kobe had that it factor when I met him at 17 years old. He knew that I was the man. He knew that one day he was going to be the greatest player ever, and that's what I think about when I think about this cat.
In Game 5, he scored the game-winning layup with 1 second left, finishing with 30 points, 13 rebounds, and 9 assists in a 111-109 win. In the second round, the Grizzlies went up against the Golden State Warriors. Ja delivered one of the most impressive shows of his career, scoring a playoff-best 47 points, along with 8 rebounds, 8 assists, and 3 steals, defeating the Warriors in Game 2.
Fearless, that's the adjective. Look, he's at the top of the league in points in the paint. He's a 6'1", 170-pound guard. He lines you up. He uses his quickness, that drop dribble spin to the floater that he had in the second to last clip. Like, that is elite shot-making, elite creativity.
Morant became the third NBA player in playoffs history to have multiple 45-point games before turning 23, joining the league of basketball legends such as Kobe Bryant and LeBron James. However, he injured his right knee in Game 3, leading to the loss of his team in 6 games. In the 3 games he played that series, Ja averaged 38.3 points per game on 51, 43, 86 shooting splits.
He's in the MVP conversation. He is in the MVP conversation in his 3rd year in the league. That says something about him.
Following a spectacular 3rd season, Morant secured a 5-year, $197 million extension with the Grizzlies in July 2022. His ability to deliver game-changing performances while leading the Grizzlies to the top ranks of the Western Conference has solidified his status as one of the NBA's brightest stars. Ja continued to build on his impressive trajectory, showcasing even more impressive and electrifying highlights throughout the 2022 to 2023 season. He maintained his exceptional scoring abilities and playmaking skills, earning a spot in his 2nd NBA All-Star game. Yet, the journey was not without its challenges. Injuries slowed him down, and there were critiques about his shot selection and defensive play. Off the court, Morant was experiencing rapid success, landing a major endorsement deal with Powerade and a signature shoe with Nike. His life was rapidly changing as he suddenly found himself thrust into a world of money. However, the bright lights of fame can sometimes cast long shadows, and for Ja, those shadows started to grow darker. Trouble began following a high-profile game against the Pacers, where his friend Devontae Pack was ejected. Morant was involved in a heated confrontation outside the Pacers' bus, with reports of a threatening red laser possibly attached to a weapon, which raised serious concerns. Despite being cleared by the NBA, his behavior continued to draw criticism. A controversial Instagram Live video showing him with a gun on 2 separate occasions led to a suspension. Legal issues followed, including a lawsuit from a teenager over an alleged assault during a pickup game. Morant's repeated mistakes and severe consequences highlighted the gap between his on-court brilliance and off-court controversies. His behavior raised questions about his support system and whether his friends were truly looking out for him or contributing to his troubles. On December 19, 2023, Morant returned to the court in New Orleans, and the script for his comeback could have easily been mistaken for a cinematic masterpiece. After serving a 25-game suspension, he burst back onto the scene with a performance that captivated both fans and critics. Right from the start, Morant quickly found his rhythm and made his presence felt. A spectacular spin and finish, along with a crucial basket at the buzzer, were highlights of the game. Despite being away for 8 months, he showed he was still at the top of his game, proving once again why he's one of the league's most exciting players.
I'm a dog. I put work in day out.
Ja Morant has firmly positioned himself as the leading figure for his team and a potential future star of the NBA. As the Memphis Grizzlies move forward, all eyes will be on him. Will his comeback mark the beginning of a new chapter in his career, or is it just a fleeting moment of brilliance? Only time will tell. For now, Morant's journey is far from over, and the next few seasons will determine the final chapter of his story. What do you think? Is Morant truly destined for greatness, or is it all just hype? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.